You're looking rather smart,
I
aren't you?
thought I'd dress for the occasion. Hello.
Yeah,
Did you just come in your NTA's outfit from last night?
I didn't go last night. I'm too busy I was too busy to get down there. But I heard I missed a big night.
Yeah, you did. So you're too busy with the new tour, perhaps? The Showman?
Full-on rehearsals and all of the other things that go with putting your own show on. But we've got a couple of weeks left before we're live. It's very exciting. It's all coming together.
Are you nervous?
Nervous that we will have the best possible product within the short space of rehearsal time, but not nervous, excited, because when you've got a production that you've had your mind in for, I must have been thinking about this one for about a year now, so it's all been building, and now it's finally coming together.
So this is really Showman.
Yeah, Showman.
Yes.
Funnily enough, I got the story, the name. It's very hard to think of a name that suits what you're going to be putting out there. And I was doing a television show out in Italy with a bunch of people, one of which was Katie Brand, the comedian. And I was telling her about the show, and she went, Showman. And I went, I love it, perfect, and it was born, and it's a very theatrical kind of show with all of the elements that movies are directing now, whether it be The Greatest Showman, which obviously we're putting in there, it has to, La La Land, all of these big, great movies that I wanted a slightly more theatrical feel to what I've done before. This is my fifth one, so...
Would you credit Strictly with really giving you a career in that sense?
In many ways, yeah. I certainly would not be sat here without it. Strictly has been the most incredible show for 15 years now, and it continues to get better and better and better. All of us that have been on it have gained so much from being out of it. I've learned, you're spending time with phenomenal dancers, production. So you gain elements. I mean, you always gain elements from everywhere. And now, at the age of 42, I'm a far better dancer and producer than I was 15 years ago when the show started.
But of course, you're a dad now to two beautiful children.
Yes.
Two, isn't it? So has that made the touring and all of that harder and the rehearsing?
Yes, like all of us, as parents, you then divide your time, and there's no getting around it. You have to give all that you can to your children and all that you can to your job. It makes it... it is the wee boy.
Is that your little boy?
That's the wee girl. That's a while ago. She's 6 now. It's one of those things you juggle, and luckily I have a fantastic wife who supports me with my touring and everything I do, because I couldn't be on the road. You're on the road for a couple of months at a time. But it is difficult, and especially when you're late home, or you have to leave it left early this morning before my daughter was up, and she's like, "Where's Daddy?" Sorry, I had to go to work. That's always difficult, but we all face that as parents. We're no different. In fact, we're quite lucky because we actually get long chunks of time off.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you've got a boy and a girl now. Is there a difference with being dad to boy, dad to a girl, or not really?
Not overly. I'm probably a little bit rougher with my wee boy. He likes a bit of rough and tumble. He really does. But so does my daughter. So my wife's not overly keen on the rough and tumble just before bedtime. Poor old Zoe. She's like, not now. Not really a difference in parenting, but I noticed the difference in their personalities, which...
I think girls are marginally easier than boys sometimes.
Yeah, I'm yet to find. I mean, he's only 10 months old. He's just starting to find his feet. He took 6 steps to me the other day. It was amazing. But yeah.
Did he at 10 months old? That's early, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he's doing great. He's doing great.
Oh, proud daddy. That's good, isn't it?
I really want to know, are you watching Dancing or not?
I am, and I have to. My friend James is on it. Obviously known James for 20-something years. And
what do you think?
Immensely proud of him. I know you gave the old tease, like he should be disappointed. I said the other day, he was not top of the leaderboard, was he? And that's definitely a no-no as a dancer. You should be out there going...
Do you think that, though? Because we had a chat with him before he went on the show, and he's never ice skated before in his life. Yes, he has an advantage of lines, I'm guessing, and posture and stuff like that, but should he really be the best of the bunch?
Absolutely, 100%. No questions asked. If he's
on ice, though? It's completely different.
The thing is, as a dancer, you know how to stand when I present and I go... I can hold that.
But you do
if you were to do that, you'd be going, how do I do it?
Well, you can stand like that.
Well, yeah, but
See,
the thing is, I can
put skates on.
I can put skates on. There's no problem. Anytime you want to challenge me, I'll do it. But, for James, even like lifting his partner, he's been doing it for years, whereas the others are going, "How do I lift you?" So he's definitely at an advantage, and I think he's doing really, really well. His first week was amazing. I know he had the stumble on the weekend, but I'm really proud of him. I think he's doing a great job.
I have to say, when I'm watching Jason Gardner, I think of you.
Oh,
because
really?
you weren't short of a comment on Strictly Come Dancing. I mean, he is quite abrasive. But you always had your say on Strictly. So do you think in hindsight you shouldn't?
No, I think you should always. This is one of my criticisms of Strictly Now, is the fact that the pros don't really say that much, especially when their partners are being critiqued, and especially if you've got a partner that's being put through what they're being put through. They've got to do a live performance at the end of the week. It's so important to have them in the right mental frame of mind. Being a pro, I'd say, is 75% mental for your partner. You need to be there for them, 70% of that, and then 25% for the teaching and the actual dancing, because what they go through mentally to get themselves ready for that performance is huge. And as soon as they've knocked, so let's say Jason's sitting there going, do you know what, darling, I thought you were just awful. I know that was a terrible Jason,
yeah,
but
very bad, actually,
sorry,
very bad.
I don't know where that word came from. But he's vicious. Now, I don't agree with viciousness. So if you've got something to say it with
The other thing I
constructive.
think is different from Strictly, though, is that the pros on Dancing on Ice perhaps aren't as high profile as they become on Strictly. And for instance, for anyone who saw it on Sunday night, Gemma Collins clearly was sticking up for herself. She didn't need anyone to stick up for herself, did she? You know, who did you kind of side with in that little exchange?
Well, I don't know the ins and outs of the story behind it. It sounds like she's got has a real problem with something he's done. Whether he's done it or not, I don't know. She didn't come across particularly well when she did it, in my opinion. However, if she feels it, she should be saying it, but it's how you say it.
But did he lose his argument when he went straight in with the, you know, we're not going to get any lifts out of you? So that underlying horrible.
But that's what I mean by
comment.
the nastiness. I don't know how you speak to someone, because you don't speak to somebody like that in normal life. It's a bit like it's EastEnders, isn't it? They yell and scream at each other, and then everything's fine the next. And I don't
But it
understand
isn't normal life. You know,
No,
it's a kind of reality show.
It is, but we're still human beings.
Yeah,
and as soon as we lose respect, it's a bit like that in
judge,
politics.
like you said, it should be constructive criticism. Just somebody saying you look bad or you're overweight or it isn't constructive.
Yeah, but I feel this is a real thing with society at the moment. And on a normal basis, we do not speak to our colleagues or friends or family like that. Yet in politics, they are yelling and screaming at each other. And there's real disrespect on talent shows where there's a judge. Craig, I love Craig on Strictly, and he does it with a little bit of lightness, and I appreciate. I think he's my favourite judge. There's never a nasty undertone, occasionally maybe, but it's always with a little bit of lightheartedness, and it's TV. We're making TV. It's important that we have the
I think you're right, there is a difference. I mean, I must admit, I've got a real soft spot for Jason, because, I mean, off air, he's the loveliest guy.
He is.
He really is, and a very kind of thoughtful guy. I mean, whether or not, you know, his persona in Dancing on Ice always sticks with people, I don't know, but there is definitely a difference between on-air Jason and off-air Jason. But
I've only met him once off air, and so it's an odd one. But
well, listen, Brendan, very best of luck with the Showman. It starts on February the 12th, so good luck with your wife on February the 14th. Can I suggest a wee bunch of roses might be in order? Brendan Cole, everyone.
Thank you.